Hi, this is Todd from Evergreen Home Energy in Central Illinois. We're on a hot and humid day. And today we're going to talk about duct sealing as an energy efficiency measure that you can do on your home. Why is duct sealing important? Well, the EPA tells us that 25 to 40% of the energy used by our heating and cooling systems can be lost to duct leakage. So certainly there's an energy penalty there that we're concerned about. But there are other reasons. If you want a comfortable home and you use duct systems to provide the heating and cooling, we want to make sure that they're balanced well and that you're getting the air to the areas that you want. There's also indoor air quality concerns with duct leakage. For instance, if you have a garage where the ducts are leaking and there's carbon monoxide in those garages, they can potentially get into the ducts and throughout the house. We also have the similar concerns with crawl spaces and attics where there's a lot of contaminants that we don't want to get into our homes today. So we have indoor air quality issues, we've got comfort issues, and we've got energy efficiency issues. So there's a lot of different motivations to take on a duct sealing project. Now, a lot of duct sealing you can do on your own, or you can hire a contractor to do that. But today we're going to show you some simple tips to seal your own ductwork. A couple different materials we use to seal ducts. You may have seen people use duct tape. The joke in my industry is that we use duct tape for anything except ductwork. It actually does not adhere well to the ductwork, and over time it becomes brittle and dry and peels right off. So you lose the benefit of the sealing by using duct tape. Now, not too long ago we were using a lot of foil tape. Foil tape's not a bad way to seal ducts, but it doesn't last as long as some of the other products that we choose. At Evergreen Home Energy, we do testing on duct systems, and we've tested systems that use tape. We've tested systems that use mastic like this. This is called duct mastic. It's water-based, and it goes on like a paste, like with a chip brush like this. And in those tests, we have found very simply that systems that were sealed with using duct mastic passed much quicker and with a lot more tolerance than the systems that were using only tape. So we know the duct mastic works well, it's long lasting, and does a great job. As far as applying the ducts, or applying the mastic to the ducts, we can use a chip brush like this. This was about $1 at the local hardware store. You can also use a vinyl glove to get some of those hard to reach areas that the brush can't get. So we're going to go into a garage here and take a look at some ductwork and see what we can do to seal them up. So to demonstrate that we actually have duct leakage, this is one of the tools we use. It's just called a smoker, and when you squeeze it, it puffs out a little bit of smoke. And once the smoke is going out, you can see which direction it's going to show the leakage. So this is a supply duct, so if I see the smoke, the air hitting the smoke and it changing its direction, I know that we definitely have some leakage here that we need to seal up. Now on the return side, I would expect the smoke to go in the ducts as opposed to away from the ducts. So as you look at the ducts here, I don't know if you can see, we've got condensation all the way through. I don't know if you see the streaks on the ductwork, but I've got water on my fingers on this. So basically there's two things going on here. Number one, we've got leaky ducts and we need to make sure that they're sealed for the home. Number two, the ducts are not insulated. We're in a garage. It is humid in the garage. And we have the air conditioner running, and that's about 55-degree air running through this ductwork. As you can imagine, ducts get pretty cold with that air. So that cold surface and humidity causes condensation to form. So to avoid this, the next step we'll take after sealing the ducts is to make sure that they're well insulated. And we can do that with an insulation wrap, or a spray foam, or a combination of materials. But if you look all the way down, you can see these ducts are dripping. See the big droplets all the way down. So this is going to be something we want to avoid. And on the other side of the ducts, you can see this has been a historical problem because we've got rust forming. We've got some streaks here where water's been showing to rust. Alright, so we're going to seal some ducts. When you use duct mastic, most important thing to remember is you lay it on pretty thick. Some people call it painting ducts. I would not call it painting ducts because when we paint walls and ceilings, we paint that pretty thin. Duct mastic should be applied as thick as a nickel. Think of it as like a liquid caulk. We want to make sure it gets a nice tight seal. And with that thickness, it can withstand the expansion and contraction of the ducts over time, as you of course heat or cool, either or. If you have a gap that's wider than 1/4 of an inch, we're going to apply some of this mesh tape first over that gap, and then the mastic goes right on top of the mesh tape. So this provides a backer for, again, anything over 1/4 of an inch. So let's do some duct sealing. And we're going to go all the way around, of course. And eventually we will tackle all of these seams on the ductwork. Now, ducts in what we call an unconditioned space are the most important to have sealed, because you don't want the air from your house to leak into an attic or a garage or a crawl space. However, any ductwork that you can seal that's got a gap in it should be sealed just for the performance and the efficiency part of it. But again, if it's outside of the conditioned space of the house, the part where you're not heating and cooling, they really have to be sealed and well insulated at the same time.